3 years, no soil, no fertilizer bags, no trips to the garden center. And every single plant you're about to see, still alive, still growing. Some of them are multiplying. What started as an experiment turned into a complete shift in how I think about plants, about waste, about what it actually means to be self-sufficient at home. I'm going to show you 7 plants that don't just survive in water. They build an entire ecosystem for your home. And by the end of this video, you'll never look at a bag of potting soil the same way. Most people think self-sufficiency means a big backyard, raised beds, and a truck full of soil. But what if you could grow a living, regenerating garden from nothing more than water, sunlight, and one single cutting? This isn't a trend. Cultures across Asia have been growing plants in water for centuries. It's quiet, it's clean, and once you understand the system, it practically runs itself. Plant number 1, Pothos. If water gardening had a mascot, this would be it. Cut 1 vine, place it in water. That's literally the whole process. Here's the self-sufficiency angle most people miss. 1 Pothos vine can give you 10, 15, 20 new plants. Every section with a node, that small bump where leaves emerge, becomes a whole new plant. Change the water every 2 to 4 weeks. That's your only job. And if you forget, it'll remind you by growing a new leaf. I know this from experience. One important note, Pothos is toxic to cats and dogs. Keep it on high shelves, out of reach. This is non-negotiable if you have pets. Plant number 2, Lucky Bamboo. And before you say it, no, it's not actually bamboo. It's a Dracaena, but it's been thriving in water in Asian homes for hundreds of years. The reason it works for self-sustainability, it doesn't need sunlight to survive. Low-light corners, north-facing rooms, offices with no windows. Lucky Bamboo thrives where other plants give up. Sustainability tip: skip the expensive pre-arranged sets. Buy individual stalks, sometimes just $1 or $2 each, and arrange them yourself. Same plant, a fraction of the cost. And for the pet owners, Lucky Bamboo is completely safe for cats and dogs. One less thing to worry about. Plant number 3 is the one I call the multiplication machine, the spider plant. Because it doesn't just grow, it creates new plants and hands them to you on silver stems. When your spider plant matures, it sends out long, arching stems with tiny baby plants at the tips. Snip one off. Put it in water. Within a week, you'll see roots. Within a month, a full plant. 1 spider plant can give you 12 new plants a year. Give them to friends. Fill every room. Or trade them at your local plant swap. This is the gift that never stops giving. Completely safe for pets. In fact, cats seem fascinated by those dangling babies. Consider yourself warned. Your cat may adopt this plant as their own personal toy. Quick question before we keep going. Are you growing in low-light conditions? Maybe an apartment or north-facing room? Or are you chasing color and vibrancy? Drop your answer below. Plant number 4, the Philodendron. Glossy, heart-shaped leaves. One of the most satisfying plants to watch grow roots in water. It's also one that comes with a serious warning I can't skip. Philodendrons are toxic to pets. Not a little toxic, significantly so. If you have cats or dogs, this plant lives on the highest shelf you own, or not at all. There is no in-between here. Care tip that most guides skip. Philodendrons are sensitive to cold water. Always use room temperature water, especially in winter. Cold water shocks the roots and stalls growth for weeks. Plant number 5. And this one changed how I think about gardening entirely. The Coleus. Because this is the plant that proved to me, neglect can be a feature, not a bug. Last summer I left for 3 weeks. I forgot to ask anyone to tend my Coleus. No water change, no light adjustment, nothing. I came home fully expecting to throw it away. Instead, 2 brand new leaves. It got healthier while I was completely absent. Coleus comes in colors you won't believe. Deep purples, blood reds, hot pinks, near blacks, and it roots faster in water than almost anything else. Key insight: Coleus needs bright light to hold its color. Move it to a dim corner and those stunning purples fade to plain green within weeks. Give it your brightest window. Plant number 6, Tradescantia, also called wandering Jew or inch plant. And the reason it earns a spot on a self-sustainability channel, this plant is basically a living, self-replicating system. One cutting becomes 2 plants, 2 become 4. I started with a single stem from a neighbor's overflowing pot. 8 months later, I had 14 jars on my windowsill. Here's the self-sustaining loop. You have to trim it regularly because it grows so fast. But every piece you trim goes right back into water to become a new plant. Maintenance becomes multiplication. Safe for pets. And honestly, the purple and green of Tradescantia against a white wall or a wood shelf is one of the most effortlessly beautiful things you can put in a living space. Plant number 7, the Chinese evergreen, a Aglaonema. And I want to talk about why this plant matters beyond just aesthetics. This is about accessibility. Water gardening is one of the most accessible forms of growing plants that exists. No soil bags to carry, no kneeling in the dirt, no tools, just a glass jar, some water, and a cutting. That's it. The Chinese evergreen takes up to a month to fully root, longer than the others. But once it establishes, it's an incredibly low-maintenance plant with beautiful patterned leaves. Important: Chinese evergreen is toxic to pets. Same rule as the Philodendron. High shelf or not in a home with pets on the floor. It also prefers warm water. Here's what nobody tells you when they show you these plants. This isn't really about plants. It's about building a system that works without constant intervention. You buy 1 plant, maybe 2. You propagate them in water. 1 becomes 10. You give some away, trade others, fill your home, and you never need to buy another plant again. That's a closed-loop system. The soil industry wants you to believe gardening is complicated, that you need the right mix, the right fertilizer, the right pot. But your grandmother probably grew plants in jam jars on a windowsill and they lasted decades. Quick recap: 7 plants, all water only. Pothos, toxic. Lucky bamboo, safe. Spider plant, safe. Philodendron, toxic. Coleus, safe. Tradescantia, safe. Chinese evergreen, toxic. If this resonates with you, this idea that you can grow more by doing less, that self-sufficiency doesn't have to be hard, this channel is for you. Hit subscribe. Every week I share practical ways to build a more self-sustaining home, starting with the things most people overlook. Hit subscribe if you're building toward a home that works with nature. And if you have plants growing in water right now, show me in the comments. I want to see what you've built. Next week, I'm covering the biggest mistakes people make when switching from soil to water, including the one that kills most plants in the first month. Don't miss it. I'll see you there.